All right, Shalom Akim. All praise goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors goes into the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that have taught me the truth. And much love, peace, blessings goes out to all the hopeful elect brothers that are teaching the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerely. So this is going to be a lesson. Basically, it's going to be regarding the sedition that's boiling in America. Because you can see from this video of this Edomite woman, she's a former Trump supporter. But, a lot of these Trump supporters, a lot of the right wing, which they call them, they're traditionally, about the liberties and freedoms, right? But what they're finding out is that within the party, within the system, they've been bamboozled. They're finding out that their own people are the devil, because while they sincerely believe that their government is for them, point in case with Donald Trump, he's proven he's on the side of the elites, because even Donald Trump is pro-Maxine. So that's like one of the main reasons, and was coming to the realization, or making these right-wing Edomites understand that the government is BS. That the left and the right are the wings of the same bird. And that's something that, brothers, we've been saying for years upon years. And these dumbass Edomites, they still haven't gotten it. But to show you the spirit of the Lord is being poured out. And that truth is, it's got Esau being exposed. The elites are being exposed. The common Edomite is exposed. And they're just through. And now they're resorting. Basically, the scenario of what's going on is they're resorting to infighting within each other, because they're finding out that hey, they're nothing but a bunch of cold-hearted demons that only care about profit. Because Esau, these common Edomites who are right wing and all that, they flatter themselves with the idea of how righteous their forefathers are, and they came here to escape oppression and built this country. No, it's all about the bottom line, which is stealing resources. That's what Esau is about. They convinced, and they've been brainwashed and convinced themselves in their own mind that America was a God-fearing nation, when it's not. The God that is represented on the dollar bill and in the Pledge of Allegiance, that God is Satan, because the God of the Bible has a specific name. Okay, so I'm going to play this video. And this video, I'm going to put this on YouTube. It might get taken down, but this might have to get backed up to the well, I still haven't decided yet, but this definitely is going to have to go on the Odyssey, because she mentions the Maxine. So I'll play this without rambling too much. So.
All right, guys. I know this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, and it truly does pain me to say it, but fuck Donald Trump. He is now trying to say that by us doubting the jab, that we're playing right into their hands. What? All we care about is exposing and knowing the truth. And he's going to sit here and continuously lie to us to push this bullshit narrative and the product that he wants to take full credit for. Do you guys not see the problem with this? I mean, if he truly cared about saving whatever's left of this country, and if he truly cared about you, then he should be more concerned about exposing the overwhelming number of adverse reactions and deaths from the jab. But no, he continues to rally people up and deceive people into thinking that this is somehow good. Not to mention, he's now claiming that he got the booster, which I don't know if that's true or not. But regardless, why is he still touting this product that's killing people? I don't care if you're left or right. These are wings of the same evil bird. And we have to remember that the whole goal is depopulation by shooting you up with their experimental poison. And a lot of you are probably going to say, oh, well, I don't care what he does, because this is about medical freedom as long as we have the choice. He's not even giving you the choice. If you go to his hotel in New York, you have to show proof of papers. So how can you continue to blindly defend this man? I don't get it. Make it make sense, please. Trump do some great things while in office? Absolutely. Was I a supporter? I was a huge one. But there's no denying that what he is doing is evil. And if we continue to just support someone that does not have our best interest, then that makes us no better than the left. We have to be willing to come out and state when there's a problem, and I personally think that there is a huge problem. So it's time to stop trusting the plan. It's time to wake the fuck up, because nobody is coming to save you, and this is 100% on us.
So there you have it. She mentioned the phrase "two wings of the same bird." These Edomites wasn't coming out and saying that when Trump was in office. Why? Because they believed this guy headlong, like he was some type of Messiah figure. You know? And this is Esau's women. She's coming against him. Cause yeah, your people are the devil. It is what it is. The right wing, the Republicans, they were set up to buy into the bias of a certain populace of this country, and that's it. What these Republicans care about more than anything, these top Republicans, is warmongering and stealing oil and resources from other countries. And you know, that's really what they care about. They don't give a fuck about freedom. So let's go to this next video. This is a more recent one.
Hey, Donald Trump, this is Daniel McCarthy in Arizona. The world is waking up to your massive grift. Please stop with the smoke and mirrors with these audits. Stop with your fundraising. Stop establishment candidate endorsements. Stop pushing this gene therapy, the sauce. I hear you're coming to Florence, Arizona for another one of your do-nothing rah-rah session rallies. Well, I have an offer for you. I will give $1 million to the charity of your choice if you take 30 minutes of your stage time on January 15th and debate me or answer my questions even in front of your crowd. Think about all the things that you've done that you've not been held accountable for. You ushered in medical tyranny. You exploded our national debt. You relinquished our sovereignty with the USMCA trade deal. You passed more gun laws than Obama did with fixed NICS. You warned about election fraud, but yet you did nothing to prevent it, even after my team, months in advance, warned you after we were stolen from in the Senate primary. You gave up on therapeutics, and you pushed an experimental gene therapy. People are literally dying because of their trust in you. You enacted the lockdowns, and you surrounded yourself with swamp creatures for 4 years. The January 6th protesters that came down to the Capitol, you set them up. Those people are being treated worse than dogs now, and these are your most loyal supporters. Trump, you failed America. You're the most deceptive president in American history, and trust me, there's been a lot of psyops before. I've posted the terms and conditions of my $1 million offer to my website, www.demanddaniel.com. I look forward to seeing you on January 15th, although I know you won't do it because you're a little bitch.
Okay, so this guy proceeds to hit a "Make America Great Again" with a flamethrower, which that "Make America Great Again" hat was like the symbol of the Trump supporters. Now you got these people just turning their backs on it. You know, and they're still holding on to somewhat of their American red-blooded pride and so forth. But that's going to be demolished, man, because in the coming months, when there's food scarcity, when there's even more oppressive lockdowns, when there's even more tyranny coming down behind Joe Blow Biden, which Joe Blow Biden and Trump, they both pedalized children together, man, in the same room. They drink cocktails and blood together, okay? That's how foolish that these people are. Because, look, you have lower tier, government authorities that don't really know the inside of the inside. You see what I'm saying? But that veil that was on their eyes before is now being lifted, and they see certain things. Of course, they don't see the full truth behind the matter that this is happening because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is dividing up their kingdom and making them fall. But yet and still, this is prophecy, man. This is prophecy speaking. So let's go to 2nd Ezra's 15 and 16. Matter of fact, I want to play this video from this brother because, look, this is where it's leading to. If you brothers haven't heard the sedition in Kazakhstan because of the energy bill hikes, which it costs more for them to pay for the energy, be it gas, electricity, etc. out there. They've been violently protesting, and I don't know to the extent of the damage, but they've been going crazy out there. And certain of their people in office so that government resign. Okay?
На БТР залез.
Hey, so there you have it. They going buck wild over this, and this is what's gonna come to America. This second Ezra 15 and verse 16. It says, let's go down. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Meaning that the people are no longer going to obey these mandates and etc. They're just going to go wild. They're not going to respect police authority. They're not going to respect military authority. They're not going to respect the news. Because, I mean, just look at how the American media is covering what's going on in this country, man. All they talk about is fucking C-19. But amongst the hundreds of multitudes of other things going on, they talk about C-19 and crime. That's the only thing popping, because this place is going down the drain. And all of this uncertainty is just going to brew into more anger, more chaos, more depression, and it's going to lead to more things of people killing and stealing from each other, stealing from the stores, looting. All of that is going to go down pretty soon, man. In America, I'm saying specifically. This is 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 7. It says, "Then answered I and said, what shall..." Matter of fact, let's go. Yeah. "Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?" Because he was inquiring of the Lord. You know, he was speaking with the angel the angel was giving him the message of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, of what was going to take place on the earth. Ezra wanted to understand that when is the Israelites' kingdom going to be set up? Because that was promised to us that we would be the priests and the kings over the whole earth. And at the time of Ezra, what happened? The northern and the southern kingdom had both been in captivity. Okay? But that time, that was over about 2,500 years ago. But at this time, this one, the Lord is making good on that. But the Lord specifically gave Ezra a time frame of when this is going to go down. He said, "And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau," it says, when it says for, in other words, because Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Meaning that Esau will be the end of an age, and when Esau goes down, Jacob's kingdom is going to be arisen, meaning that's when the Israelites is going to stand in their power and will be that holy nation over the earth forever. You know what I'm saying? Because during the time of Ezra, Esau wasn't even ruling. Esau hadn't even come into power in the age of the Greeks. Because you see, after Ezra had died, a few hundred years after him, that's when Alexander the Great came to power, which he was an Edomite, and those Greeks were Edomites. And then the Romans, they were Edomites that ruled. And Rome went down for a period of 1,000 years and came back into power in the 1500s through the Enlightenment age, through the Renaissance. And they've been ruling from that time until now. And we're seeing that downfall of Esau being set in motion by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So we're in that time. We're definitely in that time. This is 2nd Ezra 9:1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand, meaning what? Esau coming into power, etc., etc. Then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time. And we could look at other prophecies. You look at Yahweh Shai, of what he said was going to be going down on earth, famines, pestilences, earthquakes, all that is happening as well. It says, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. So we're seeing that in Kazakhstan. We're seeing that in Amsterdam. And we're seeing it in America, to a certain extent. But it's going to, like you go into like, the BLM riots that was happening in 2020 and all that chaos happening in Portland, Oregon. It died down somewhat, right? But it's going, that thing is going to get bust open right up. It says, for like all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. So the signs, there were signs going on right now that show you that we're in the time, like the earthquakes going on, as the Lord said, like uproars of people throughout the earth because of the tyranny, because of the oppression, because of, food shortages, because of ungodliness. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. So that's how us brothers, and this few sisters out there, our family, some of our family members that Yahweh Shem Yahushai may have mercy on, we're going to be saved through works and faith, meaning keeping the commandments to our best ability, being charitable to our Akim, doing our best to be good brothers, doing this work in our faith, that the mental battle that we endure, the keeping that hope in that the Lord is going to save us. That is what our faith is, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. You see? So the brothers that are in the Lord from the beginning, the prophets, they're going to be preserved from this evil. And that's not to say we won't experience persecution. That's not to say we won't experience certain situations, but our tumultuous situations, judgments, But we definitely ain't going to get what these people going to get, because they are going to, the evil of this world, the heathen that have oppressed Israel, the niggas in Israel that have oppressed other Israelites, that have lied and slandered and committed adultery, murders, and they have not repented. They going to get fucked up on a whole nother level, to where Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he wouldn't do that to his elect, because that's what he said just right here. Because it says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet a place of repentance was open unto them, understood it not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. You see? And that's going to be the case with these wicked Israelites, man. Like Nate. Look at Nate. Look how he's getting jacked up. And good for that nigga, man. Hey, when Nate if he dies without repentance and being evil, I'm going to praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a great day in Israel when the Lord take out that nigga, man. I'm going to just say it straight up. Because Nate, fuck dude. All right? So all praise goes to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom.